Cheltenham taxi driver just hit 400,000 miles in a Toyota Avensis. Original engine, original gearbox, one clutch change in 20 years. His mechanic told him if he ever tries to sell it, he'll buy it himself. In Southport, another driver ran an Yaris to 483,000 miles. First clutch change at 483,000. And his local garage said the same thing. Don't you dare get rid of this car. Mechanics see everything. They see the brand new Range Rovers arriving on flatbeds at 18 months old. They see the BMWs hemorrhaging oil at 40,000 miles. They see the Stellantis PureTech engines eating their own timing belts before the first service anniversary. But they also see something else. Cars that come in year after year for nothing more than an oil change and a brake check. Cars they wave through the MOT without even raising an eyebrow. Cars they wish every manufacturer still built. These are 17 cars your mechanics will do everything short of stealing your keys to stop you selling. Not because they're exciting, not because they're glamorous, because they're the ones that actually work. If you've ever been told your old car isn't worth keeping, hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to show you proves the exact opposite. The smartest car you'll ever own might already be sitting on your driveway. Number 17, the Volvo V70 2007 to 2016, the 2.0 D4 or 2.4 D5. The V70 is a workhorse that refuses to die. Swedish taxi companies ran fleets of these things to 500,000 kilometers without thinking twice about it. The D5 engine, that 5-cylinder diesel, is one of the most over-engineered power plants ever fitted to a family car. The block is cast iron, the head is aluminium. It was designed for commercial vehicle duty cycles and then dropped into a family estate. Warranty Solutions Group data shows Volvo sitting comfortably in the upper half of manufacturer reliability rankings, with claim rates well below the 28.3% industry average. Parts are reasonable, independent specialists are everywhere, and the boot swallows 575 litres before you fold the seats. After that, you're looking at nearly 1,600 litres, which is more than some transit vans. What to watch? The angle gear on all-wheel drive models. Check the oil levels separately because it has its own sump that dealers sometimes forget. Replace the angle gear oil every 40,000 miles and the problem disappears entirely. Otherwise, the D5 just runs and runs. You'll find decent examples on AutoTrader for £4,000 to £7,000. At that price, you're buying a motorway cruiser that'll still be going strong when the odometer rolls past 250,000 miles. Number 16, the Ford Mondeo Mark IV 2007 to 2014, the 2.0 TDCi with the DW10 engine. Ford abandoned Europe, left millions of owners without a successor. But the Mondeo they left behind, specifically the Mark IV with the PSA-sourced 2.0 diesel, is the car every independent garage in Britain quietly recommends. It's comfortable enough to cross continents. The boot is enormous. The ride quality embarrasses cars costing twice as much. And the engine, despite being a PSA unit, avoids all the problems that plague Stellantis today because this version predates the cost-cutting disaster. Forum owners regularly report 200,000 miles with nothing beyond standard maintenance. A full service runs about £180 at an independent. Brake discs and pads for the front are under £80 for a quality set. There's nothing exotic, nothing sealed for life, nothing that requires dealer-only diagnostic equipment to replace. Ford's departure from Europe is a tragedy, but the Mondeo is their lasting gift to sensible motorists. If you own one, your mechanic already knows. Don't sell it. Number 15, the Mazda 3, 2013 to 2019, the 2.0 Skyactiv G. Mazda Skyactiv engines are what happens when engineers refuse to follow the industry into turbocharging everything. The 2-litre naturally aspirated petrol in the Mazda 3 runs a 13:1 compression ratio, which is absurdly high for a petrol engine. It achieves the fuel economy of a turbo without any of the complexity. No turbocharger to fail, no wastegate, no intercooler plumbing, no boost leaks. The 2025 TUV report ranks Mazda among the most reliable manufacturers tested, and the 3 specifically scores exceptionally well in the 2 to 5 year category. Consumer Reports in America gives the Skyactiv G engine a perfect reliability score almost every year they've tested it. Mazda now offers a 6-year, 100,000 mile warranty from September 2025 on all new cars, which tells you how confident they are in their own engineering. Mechanics love it because everything is accessible. Spark plugs take 20 minutes. Oil changes are textbook. The dual mass flywheel on the manual is robust. And the paint quality, something Mazda historically struggled with, improved dramatically from 2016 onwards. Number 14, the Toyota Avensis 2009 to 2018, the 2.0 D4D diesel. This is the car that taxi drivers choose when their livelihoods depend on not breaking down. Steve Smith in Cheltenham ran his Avensis estate to over 400,000 miles. Toyota's own High Mile Club has registered Avensis models above 600,000 miles. Built at Toyota's Burniston plant in Derbyshire, the Avensis was assembled to standards that most manufacturers reserve for their flagship models. The 2.0 D4D diesel returns about 55 miles per gallon in real-world driving. Toyota's 5-year 100,000-mile warranty covered it from new, and the fixed-price servicing program means a minor service costs £180 and a major £330 at a dealer. Independent garages do it for less. Insurance sits in groups 18 to 21 for the diesel, which is reasonable for a car this size. What kills the Avensis isn't mechanical failure, it's indifference. People trade them in for something flashier without realizing what they're giving up. Every mechanic in the country has one customer who sold their Avensis and came back 6 months later asking if they can find them another one. Number 13, the Honda Civic, 2012 to 2017, the 1.8i VTEC. The 8th generation Civic with the 1.8i VTEC is Honda at their engineering best. The engine revs to 7,000 RPM without complaint, it returns 40 miles per gallon on a motorway run, and the timing chain, not belt, is rated for the life of the engine. There is no cam belt change interval because there is no cam belt. Warranty Solutions Group's 2025 data shows Honda achieving a manufacturer claim rate below 17%, placing it firmly in the top tier. The Civic specifically features in their most reliable used car rankings, with most reported issues being minor mechanical wear items like brake calipers and wheel bearings rather than systemic design flaws. The magic trick is Honda's parts pricing. Despite being Japanese, parts availability in the UK is excellent. A set of front brake pads costs about £25 from a quality supplier. An oil filter is under £8. These aren't specialist components that need ordering from Japan. They're on the shelf at every motor factory in Britain. Your mechanic can have a Civic serviced and back to you before lunch. Number 12. The Škoda Superb, 2015 to 2024. The 2.0 TDI 150 horsepower with manual gearbox. Avoid the DSG, get the manual, because with a manual gearbox, the Superb is essentially a Volkswagen Passat with more space, better value, and none of the premium badge tax. The boot is 625 litres with the seats up. That's estate car territory in a saloon body. The rear legroom embarrasses an Audi A6. The 2.0 TDI EA2AA engine in 150 horsepower form is the sweet spot. Enough power for motorway overtaking, economical enough for 55 miles per gallon on a cruise, and critically, this version avoids the EGR issues that plagued the earlier EA189. DVSA data shows Škoda sitting comfortably in MOT pass rate rankings, and independent garages love working on VW Group cars because the diagnostics are well understood and parts are plentiful. The key is the manual gearbox. The moment you add a DSG, you add a £2,100 to £3,400 repair bill that arrives between 37,000 miles and 62,000 miles. The 6-speed manual has no such weakness. Change the gearbox oil every 40,000 miles and it will outlast the car. Number 11. The Kia Ceed, 2018 onwards, the 1.0 TGDI or 1.6 CRDI. 7-year warranty. That's not marketing. That's a legally binding promise from Kia that if anything goes wrong in those 7 years, it's their problem. And the warranty data proves they can afford to make that promise because very little actually goes wrong. The Ceed shares virtually nothing with its predecessor. The platform is new, the engines are new, the electronics are new, and the reliability data from Warranty Solutions Group shows Kia performing strongly, with claim rates well below the industry average. The 1-litre turbo petrol is the sensible choice for mixed driving. The 1.6 diesel is the motorway weapon. What mechanics appreciate about the Ceed is the straightforward layout. The engine bay isn't packed to the point where you need to remove the front bumper to change a headlight bulb. Service intervals are sensible, parts pricing is competitive, and Kia's dealer network has expanded dramatically, so warranty work is never far away. Number 10. The Suzuki Vitara, 2015 onwards, the 1.4 booster jet. Suzuki is the manufacturer that reliability surveys consistently place in the top 3 but nobody talks about. Warranty Solutions Group's 2025 manufacturer data shows Suzuki with a claim rate of just 10.80%, third in the entire UK market behind only Lexus and Toyota. That's remarkable for a brand selling cars at half the price. The Vitara with the 1.4 turbo petrol 4-cylinder is the sweet spot. It's got enough ground clearance for farm tracks, genuine 4-wheel drive is available, not some electronic pretense, and the curb weight stays under 1,300 kilos, which means brakes, tyres and suspension components all last significantly longer than on bloated rivals. An annual service at a Suzuki dealer costs around £200. Insurance groups range from 10 to 15, and because Suzuki sells in huge volumes globally, parts supply is never an issue. Your mechanic will never have to ring around 5 suppliers looking for a Vitara water pump. It's on the shelf. Number 9. The Subaru Forester, 2013 to 2018, the 2.0i naturally aspirated boxer. Subaru is the manufacturer that nobody in the UK talks about, but every mechanic quietly respects. The Forester with the 2-litre naturally aspirated boxer engine is a genuinely capable all-wheel drive SUV that weighs less than most front-wheel drive crossovers pretending to be the same thing. Subaru's symmetric all-wheel drive system is permanent, not an afterthought that engages when a wheel slips. It's always working, always distributing power, always keeping you moving in conditions that strand anything else. The boxer engine layout means a lower center of gravity than any conventional inline or V configuration. That translates to better handling and less body roll despite the raised ride height. The 2-litre unit is naturally aspirated, which means no turbo failures, no intercooler leaks, no boost-related surprises at 60,000 miles. It's not fast. Nobody buys a Forester to be fast. You buy it because it starts every morning, goes everywhere you point it, and costs almost nothing to maintain. Parts availability is the only weakness. Subaru's UK dealer network is smaller than the mainstream brands, so independent specialists are your best bet. But the parts themselves are reasonably priced and the engineering straightforward enough that any competent independent can work on it. Number 8. The Hyundai i30 2017 onwards. The 1.0 TGDI or 1.6 CRDI. Hyundai's 5-year unlimited mileage warranty is one of the most generous in the UK market. The i30 shares its platform with the Kia Ceed but offers a slightly different interior approach and, in some trims, a softer ride setup that better suits British roads. The i30 performed well in the What Car Reliability Survey, with owners reporting few issues across all engine variants. The 1-litre turbo petrol delivers 48 miles per gallon in real-world driving. The 1.6 diesel is good for 60 miles per gallon on a motorway run. Both use conventional timing chains, which means no expensive belt changes. What surprises most people about the i30 is the resale value. Because Hyundai doesn't carry the badge prestige of German rivals, used prices are lower, which means depreciation is gentler. You're not losing £5,000 a year just for the privilege of ownership. Your mechanic knows this. They've seen owners buy an i30, keep it for 5 years, and sell it for a sensible proportion of what they paid. Number 7. The Dacia Duster, 2018 onwards, the 1.0 TCE90 or 1.5 Blue DCI. Dacia builds the Duster the way manufacturers built everything 30 years ago. Simple body panels, conventional hinges, a dashboard made from materials chosen for durability, not Instagram appeal. The result is a car that costs £15,000 new and depreciates slower than a Mercedes A-Class costing twice as much. Warranty Solution Group's data places Dacia among the most reliable manufacturers in the UK market, with claim rates below 17%. Independent mechanics adore the Duster because it sits on an older Renault-derived platform, meaning parts availability is exceptional. A complete front brake service, discs and pads runs about £90. An oil change is standard fare. Nothing is sealed for life, nothing requires specialist equipment. And it's a genuine SUV, not a raised hatchback pretending. The 4-wheel drive version can handle forestry tracks, building sites, and flooded lanes that would strand a £60,000 Range Rover Evoque. Number 6. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, 2019 onwards. The RAV4 Hybrid does what Toyota does best. It takes proven technology and refines it until failure becomes almost theoretically impossible. The hybrid system is now in its 5th generation. Toyota has been making hybrids since 1997. They've had nearly 3 decades to eliminate every weakness, every marginal component, every design flaw. The result is a family SUV that returns 45 miles per gallon in mixed driving, passes MOT inspections at rates that embarrass the competition, and runs regenerative braking that extends brake pad life to 60,000 miles or more. Forum owners report running costs that barely exceed a Super Mini despite the RAV4 being a full-size SUV. The RAV4's hybrid battery carries an 8-year warranty from Toyota, and the track record shows these batteries lasting well beyond that. Taxi operators in Japan run RAV4 hybrids to 300,000 miles without battery replacements. Your mechanic has never had to replace one. That tells you everything. Number 5. The Lexus CT 200H 2011 to 2022. Lexus achieved the lowest warranty claim rate of any manufacturer in the UK in 2025, according to Warranty Solutions Group. Just 5.79% of Lexus vehicles generated a warranty claim. The average across all brands was 28.3%. That's not a marginal victory, that's a different league. The CT200H uses the same hybrid drivetrain as the Toyota Prius, which has been refined across millions of vehicles worldwide. Average repair costs when something does go wrong? £639. Compare that to Bentley at £1,749 or Porsche at £1,169 per claim. The CT gives you premium interior quality, Lexus dealer service, and running costs that match a small hatchback. Insurance groups sit in the mid-teens. Fuel economy in town, where the electric motor does most of the work, regularly exceeds 60 miles per gallon. And because Lexus dealers operate on customer satisfaction scores rather than upselling, your servicing experience is likely the best in the industry. Number 4. The Mazda CX-5 2017 onwards, the 2.0 Skyactiv G. The CX-5 is the car that proves you don't need a turbocharger, a dual-clutch gearbox, or an electronic suspension system to build a brilliant family SUV. The 2.0 naturally aspirated Skyactiv petrol is the same philosophy as the Mazda 3 engine. High compression, no forced induction, reliable as sunrise. The 6-speed manual is the smart choice. But even the automatic, a conventional torque converter rather than a dual clutch unit, has proven robust. Mazda's 6-year warranty now covers all new CX-5s, and the used market is strong because owners don't want to sell them. ADAC breakdown data from Germany shows the CX-5 consistently ranking among the most reliable SUVs in its class. The TUV report confirms minimal defect rates in the 2 to 5 year bracket. Your mechanic sees CX-5s come in for oil changes and leave. That's it, year after year. Number 3. The Toyota Yaris Hybrid 2020 onwards. The Yaris took the crown as the UK's most reliable used car in Warranty Solution Group's 2025 rankings, the lowest claim rate of any model tested, the cheapest average repair costs, the fewest issues reported by owners. The 4th generation Yaris Hybrid, built on the GAB platform, weighs barely over a ton. It returns genuine 60 miles per gallon in urban driving. The regenerative braking system means your conventional brakes barely work, which means they barely wear. Insurance starts in Group 5, annual road tax is minimal, and Toyota's hybrid system has been tested across hundreds of millions of miles globally. A mechanic once told me the Yaris Hybrid is the closest thing the industry has to a maintenance-free car. You change the oil, you check the brakes, and then you go home early because there's nothing else to do. Number 2. The Honda Jazz 2014 to 2024. The Honda Jazz took the crown as the most reliable used car in Warranty Solution Group's 2024 data with a claim rate of just 2.60%. The most common claim was starter motors at an average cost of £304. Not engines, not gearboxes, not electronic brain failures, starter motors. The Mark III Jazz 2015 to 2020 uses a 1.3-litre iVTEC engine that's a masterclass in simple engineering. The Mark IV from 2020 onwards switched exclusively to a 1.5-litre hybrid system using Honda's eHEV technology, which pairs a petrol engine with 2 electric motors through an electrically controlled transaxle. It's mechanically distinct from a conventional CVT and far more robust. Both generations share the magic seats, Honda's party trick where the rear seats fold flat, fold up, or fold in configurations that create more usable space than cars twice the Jazz's size. There's a reason every mechanic you ask will point to the Jazz as the default recommendation. It does everything you need, nothing you don't. It costs almost nothing to maintain, and it will still be running when every subscription-laden, sensor-packed, touchscreen-controlled modern car has been scrapped. And number 1, the Toyota Land Cruiser, any model year you can afford. The Land Cruiser isn't just a car your mechanic will beg you to keep, it's the backbone of the UN fleet for a reason. The United Nations runs Land Cruisers in every conflict zone on the planet. The Red Cross specifies them for disaster relief. Mining companies in Australia run fleets of them across terrain that destroys everything else. The Land Cruiser is over-engineered to a degree that borders on absurd. The frame is galvanized steel, the axles are designed for twice the vehicle's rated weight. The engine, whether you're looking at the 2.8 turbo diesel or the older 4.0 V6, is built to standards that most manufacturers would consider commercially insane. Toyota loses money on every component because they refuse to compromise. Used Land Cruiser prices reflect this. They depreciate slower than almost any vehicle on the UK market. A 10-year-old model with 100,000 miles fetches prices that would buy a new hatchback, and your mechanic knows exactly why. Because the Land Cruiser is the car that will still be on the road when everything else built this decade has been recycled. There's a pattern here. 17 cars, multiple countries, different price points, different sizes, but they all share the same engineering philosophy. Build it properly the first time. Use components rated for more than the minimum. Don't delete the dipstick. Don't seal the gearbox for life. Don't save £4 on a timing belt and then charge the customer £3,000 when it fails. The manufacturers who build these cars understand something the premium brands have forgotten. A car isn't a subscription platform. It isn't a data harvesting device. It isn't a rolling software update waiting to brick itself. It's a tool, and a tool's only job is to work when you need it. So which car on this list do you own? Which one are you never selling? And which car did your mechanic tell you to keep that I didn't mention? Share your stories below, because this community understands something the industry doesn't. The best car isn't the newest one.